Hi, everyone. I'm Brittany from Team Polyplexus, and I'm here with my colleague Adish, and he is going to take us through Conjecture Mania, the rules for creation and submission, and answer my questions as we go along. So Adish, do you want to take it away?
Sure thing. Hey, everyone. So whenever you visit polyplexus.com, you will land onto this page. And I would recommend you visit Conjecture Mania. This is the hub of Conjecture Mania competition, where you get all the information regarding the challenge, when the submission period and and the following period of voting period ends. What are the rules? Here we have an example laid out for you, which will guide you through the whole process. And also the prizes. Uh, and here we add, Congestion Mini is continually adding new sponsors. So keep on checking this page and who is supporting Congestion Mini. So without further ado, let's go into the platform and see where the action is. Here my information popped up. If you're new to Polyplexus and if you haven't created an account yet, you can do so by clicking here. It's free and quick to join. For now, I'll just sign in. Once you're in, you have three places to visit Conjecture Mania from. First is here from the announcement on the top right. Second, you can either go in from active incubators to Conjecture Mania. And third is from join incubators and going to Conjecture Mania. Once you are in Conjecture Mania, the most important tab to visit is the Mania tab. Once you visit here, you have two options: add an existing conjecture MicroPub or add a new conjecture MicroPub. Let's start with a new one. Once you are in the MicroPub, once you are in the platform, and once you want to create a MicroPub, this platform, it has saved my previous information for me, so I'll just wipe it off. So whenever you're in the platform, the first list which appears is the list of evidence MicroPubs from evidence pandas competition. This is one of the most important rules. We have asked all the conjectures which are being submitted in the Conjecture Mania, at least one of the two evidence MicroPubs should be from evidence pandas. And when you are in the Mania tab and when you want to create a new conjecture, the first list which appears are all the evidence from evidence pandas competition. So I'll go here and select one. In the second list, once I select the first evidence MicroPub, the second list which appears is the whole list of evidence from the Polyplexus database. Here you can search for your own evidence MicroPubs, or you can search with any relevant topics. For now, let's go in and I want to add my MicroPub here. So let's say I want to add this one. I'll select one of mine. And the summary part of Conjecture MicroPub is one of the most important part. It is the hypothesis and the idea that you are presenting based on the first and the second evidence MicroPubs that you have selected. And the conjecture that you are developing should answer to the challenge statement, which is mentioned here on the side, which is all the conjecture MicroPubs should advance novel ideas that envision new and transformative industries by 2041. So once your conjecture MicroPub does that, you can go ahead and submit it. Once you submit, it will ask you for two parameters. One is title, and the second is justification comment. Make sure to add the justification comment. It not only helps the community to decide on why to vote for your conjecture MicroPub, but also there is a bonus prize associated with that. So the best five justification comments will each win $350. Yeah, so this is how you this is how you create a new conjecture MicroPub for Conjecture Mania and submit it. If you have already created one conjecture MicroPub which satisfy rules of Conjecture Mania, you can select add existing conjecture and you can select your existing conjecture MicroPub from here. And you can also search for your MicroPub from here if you're not able to find it in the list. Yeah, so that's it. So Britt, any questions?
Yeah, can I add a conjecture that someone else created?
For Conjecture Mania, we don't permit other people to add, like other plexus to add conjectures by other plexus because it's a creative competition. Only you can submit, like only the creator can submit their own conjectures.
And what about if you go into new conjecture,
Mhm.
when I make a conjecture, do I have to use evidence of my own, or can I use evidence from two other plexers?
For evidences, you can select any evidence that you want. But the main requirement is one evidence should be from evidence MicroPub, the evidence madness competition. So the first list here satisfies that rule. The second MicroPub could be from you or someone else.
Okay.
The evidence MicroPubs are not like are sort of the evidences and not a unique to the creator, but the conjectures are what is like unique to the creator. So like only the creators can add their own conjectures.
Right, because it's their idea basically,
It's
they're
their idea.
finding the idea between the two pieces of evidence. So while we're still on this page, when you went through this the first time, you chose a piece of evidence from Evidence Madness, which was the first list that populated. Then you chose another piece of evidence from the second list that populated. And I saw that you put in the summary statement, but you didn't add any keywords or add it to an incubator. Do I have to do anything with those, or can I just go ahead and submit?
Yeah, so you don't need to add any of these things here when you're submitting to Conjecture Mania.
Okay.
You just fill out the two evidence MicroPub, first from the Evidence Madness, second from like whatever source you want, and have the conjecture summary, like the summary of Conjecture MicroPub, which satisfies the challenge statement, and go ahead and submit it. You don't need to select anything in here.
Okay.
Yeah. You have any other questions?
I think that's it. It seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and if let's say if you hit a roadblock, you can email the team at info@polyplexus.com. Or let's say you're watching this on YouTube, you can just feel free to post a comment on YouTube and we will reply to you and we will reach out to you. And if you're on any social media platforms, you can DM us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, or whatever your favorite platform is.
I have one more question, actually.
Yeah.
If there's a piece of evidence from Evidence Madness that I really like, but there's not a piece of evidence, there's a piece of research that I don't see on Polyplexus that I would like to link with the Evidence Madness piece of evidence in order to create the conjecture, should I just create a new piece of evidence and then it'll
so what you
pop
can
up
do
on that
is
second?
Yeah, so what you do is you create a new evidence MicroPub from your favorite research. Paste a DOI or link here, create the evidence from that specific research that you want to include, and just submit it. Once you submit, it will be in the Polyplexus database. And when you go back to Conjecture Mania, and when you go to create a new conjecture, you will see that new conjecture appear in the second list. The first list will always be the evidence MicroPubs from Evidence Madness, but the second list will automatically populate some of the new evidences, as we see here by the date. These are the recent ones. If let's say you don't find it, you can just type in your name and you will be able to see your just as I'm doing from myself right now. You'll see your evidence MicroPubs.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And make sure to follow the rules. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our team.
Great. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we're looking forward to seeing all of your creative ideas and the submissions on Conjecture Mania.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.